Hi everyone, this video is going to walk you through the Guardian summaries for Google Classroom. The Guardian summaries have really about 4 parts. At the top, you're going to see that you have the View in Classroom. That's going to be a link to something that looks like the Classwork tab for your students. I'll show you that in a minute. You have the Missing category. These are things where your student hasn't clicked to turn in or mark as done yet. Things that are due in the next few days, and that's going to be with all the classes combined. And then you'll have things like announcements and new postings class by class. Okay, so I've opted in to the daily Guardian summaries. That's only an option if you have a Google account, so something that uses Gmail. If you don't have that kind of account, no worries. You can still get the summaries, but you'll only see them on Friday afternoon, and it will be for all of the classes for the entire week. Now, what's really helpful is for most parents just to have that Friday one so they can kind of prep over the weekend, check in with their students, because we know that you're busy. We actually recommend only doing the weekly, but you know your student better than anybody. So if you feel like daily is necessary, again, if you have that Gmail account, you're able to do that. So if you see a clickable icon, something with this little arrow in a box, if you click on that, it will take you to what looks like the Classwork tab for your students in their Google Classroom. Your students will also have their Stream and their People tab. This is just to view the descriptions of their assignments and their resources. So most teachers will have topics in their Google Classrooms, but not all. In this case, we have 3 topics. These are the bold items at the top. They're like little headings. And then the different resources and assignments are attached underneath. Assignments typically have something like a question mark or a clipboard, something of that sort. If they're dark, that means a student hasn't turned it in yet. So this bright color indicates that it's not considered complete yet. Students have the option to mark as done or to turn in if there's an attachment to the assignment. And sometimes students will try to circumvent the system by turning in even when they're not done with something. So the best way to know if your student really has done the work is to check with them and have them show you, just like you would with analog assignments. If you have this bookmark icon, that's going to be some type of material or resource. In this case, we have our tech tips. This one has a video attached. So this you would be able to click and access. Other links and attachments you might not be able to. That's because the teachers have a goal of sharing things specifically with your students. And if you really want to see whatever's attached, you'll want to check with your student. Okay. And again, these are all clickable. Sometimes there'll be links inside. Other times there won't. You'll see what these look like. Okay. And you'll also note that the date is attached. The last thing I want to show you is your email settings. If you have a Google account, you can go to classroom.google.com/gs. That's short for Guardian Summaries. And this lets you control the frequency and the timing for receiving those emails. So daily summaries are sent each afternoon. Weekly summaries are sent on Friday afternoons. We're in the Central Time Zone, but if you want to get them a little earlier or a little later, you can toggle that time zone. Do keep in mind that sometimes teachers schedule things to be due or to be posted at specific times of the day, so we do suggest that you use Central Time. And again, this allows you to change the frequency of your summaries, weekly, daily, or no summaries. And if you ever feel like you need to remove your student, you can do that. However, you won't be able to rejoin without asking somebody in our tech department or a teacher to add you back. So that's basically it. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.